Welcome to Seven Oaks Arena in Winnipeg, Manitoba for this weekend's National Ringette League Hub. 4 teams will be playing each other this weekend. We have the host team, the Manitoba Herd, BC Thunder, Saskatchewan Heat, and Edmonton Rush. I am Tegan Rasha alongside Miles Blatt. Great to be here today.
Thanks, Tegan. Great to be here as well. Looking forward to an exciting weekend of ringette action here at the Seven Oaks Sports Complex. NRL action, ringette at its finest in Canada.
Yes, it doesn't get better than this. We have 4 elite teams playing this weekend. BC is a team to watch. They're currently first in the West, second in the whole league.
They've started off the season strong, and they're looking to continue that here this weekend. Well, the other teams will be looking to pick up their game to match their strength.
Yeah, it's going to be, I think, tight matchups between most teams this weekend. Saskatchewan and Manitoba, along with Edmonton. I think we're going to see some good, exciting games and some teams really picking up their seasons. Here is a look at our NRL West standings. So BC is first right now with 10-1. Edmonton in second at 9, and Calgary with 8 wins, 5 losses. Now we have the teams competing this weekend. We have the Saskatchewan Heat at 8-6, Manitoba Herd at 5. They're 5-7. Rocky Mountain Rage 3-11, and Edmonton Rush still looking for their first win of the season. They are 0-8 right now.
Yeah, the Edmonton Rush team, a lot of rookies on their team, a lot of new first-time players in NRL. So obviously it's a bit of a learning curve for them coming to this level. I'm sure they're looking to pick up their game this weekend and hopefully for them get a W on the board.
Definitely, and they do have some close games this season. It's not like they are that far off. I really think they're going to come in this second half of the season. They have a few months under their belt already. I think this is when we're going to see some chemistry really shape out. For sure,
as the next few months work its way up, their way out to the Nationals coming up. Teams are going to gear up for that.
Mm-hmm. And for those joining our broadcast who might be new to the sport, Ringette was established in 2002, and the NRL is the longest continuously running elite women's sports league in Canada. The NRL schedule is structured into regional hubs, like here in Winnipeg this weekend, and all the games are played on weekends as well. An NRL game is 4 quarters, each 13 minutes in length, and each team plays a 24-game regular season. The league does not have a draft, so it allows players to try out for the team closest to where they live, and all teams will compete in the 2026 National Ringette League Championship.
We look forward today to broadcasting around the world to 65 countries. So welcome to all the new-time Ringette fans and the new fans. We hope to explain the sport to you, and you'll see some of the finest ringette being played here this weekend. So grab a bowl of popcorn and watch some ringette.
Mm-hmm. We're taking you back to some archives now. Ringette from the 1970s.
Ringette is a Canadian game designed exclusively for girls. Basically, it is played on ice with a ring and a bladeless stick. It was invented in Ontario in the mid-1960s and ever since has been soaring in popularity. Today, there are between 50 and 60,000 girls in Canada who play ringette, and 350 of those gathered here in Winnipeg for the first ever Canadian Championships. 16-year-old Lisa Lowe has been playing ringette for 9 years. She is a center for a team from Ajax, Ontario. Tell me how you got started in ringette 9 years ago.
I had to go undercover. I was supposed to say I was 8 years old, but I really wasn't, so that's how I started.
And Lisa finished this game with 1 goal and 1 assist. In the second period, Ontario outscored Manitoba 5-3 to win 8-6.
Well, I hope it goes in the history books. I'll probably remember it for the rest of my life. I'll probably tell it to my grandchildren.
That was an interesting take on ringette back from 1979 with a very young-looking Scott Oak doing some interviewing. Yes, back in 79, I was involved with ringette for over 40 years, so I do remember those knee pads and the sweatsuits. I don't think Tegan does. She's newer to the sport, but the game's come a long way since then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what stood out to me. Where are the pads? Can you imagine going into the boards with no knee pads or shin pads there? That would hurt. That would hurt.
Yes, and the masks and the sticks, everything has changed. With the technology has improved. The sticks for sure have made a big difference in the shots that are being taken today, and they just come off there like lightning.
Yeah, there's nothing better than those sharp tips that can really just lift the ring up. We're going to see a lot of, I think, great goals this weekend.
Yes, and you notice The little bit different rules. Our next video will come and explain that a little bit more. The changes over the years, the sport has evolved with many rule changes happening, and to speed the game up and to make it more interactive for the players on the ice. So I think every change that they've done, it's always done with a lot of thought and always looking to make the sport better.
And we saw that video from 1979, but ringette was actually invented back in 1963. So that video is actually 15 years into the sport. I'm trying to do some quick math here. I think we're almost over 60 years now of ringette being played in Canada and now being played around the world as well.
Yeah,
ringette was created in Canada too.
Yeah, Sam Jacks in North Bay, Ontario. He was the needed to develop a sport for people to play. So, and particularly girls, and he came up with ringette. I've had the pleasure of meeting his late wife Agnes Jacks at several of the CRCs over the years. What a lovely ambassador for the sport of ringette.
I started playing the sport when I was 6 years old, and that's all I knew. I grew up playing, living at the rink. I've loved ringette my whole entire life. So very grateful for Sam Jacks for inventing this great sport. All right, we'll take a look at another archive now from 1985.
When Sports Weekend asked me to come and cover ringette, I had the same question everybody else had. What is ringette?
I don't know. Do you know what ringette is?
I really don't know.
I guess something to do with a ball. I don't know. Hey, what do you think? Girls play it?
It's girls hockey. That's what it is.
Isn't it?
But the process of moving the ring down the ice is what makes the game of ringette different. You know, in hockey, they have an offside where a player cannot cross the blue line before the puck. Well, in ringette, that's out. No player in ringette may carry the puck across any line. One of the more interesting stories at these championships is about number 2, 17-year-old Brita Lind of Saskatchewan. Through the skills obtained in ringette, she is looking at a possible scholarship to a university.
Well, I have a chance to go to Harvard, well, to play hockey. And when, well, the coach phoned, he said that I went first on his recruitment list. And as soon as they heard Canadian and that I once played hockey, they just think that, you know, Wayne Gretzky or something.
One of the big problems in ringette, we've talked to some of the officials, they'd like to speed up the game. And in order to do that, they may have to go to a shot clock. And we asked Marnie Gutfredson how much this would affect Manitoba's game.
Generally, it will affect the game of ringette. It'll make it a much faster game. It'll change Manitoba's style, because I know our style does deal with a lot of ring ragging. I think it would be better generally for the game of ringette. It would speed the game up, and we would just have to learn how to change our style.
Here we see Betty Shields, president of Ringette Canada, present the cup to the Manitoba champions, the girls from Winnipeg. And as we said, 4 times out of 5 years is not bad in any sport. Right back at it in the fall, all winding up with their national championships next year in Regina, Saskatchewan. So from Dollard Desormeaux, back to Sports Weekend Control in Toronto.
Now, Miles, do you remember a time without the shot clock?
I do, without the shot clock and also without the free play line. So, yes, there was a lot of ring ragging going on. As a referee, it kind of give you a break a little bit to take a rest if it was a fast game. With the shot clock, you're on the move all the time.
I think for the majority of my playing career, we always had a shot clock. I really can't remember the days without, maybe in bunnies way back in the day, but it's always been fast. We always knew we had to get that shot off in 30 seconds.
That's right. And in the graphic, you saw the trophy with some of the team names or the category names. Those have changed over the years as well to U18 plus, U18, U16, and those 3 age groups participating at the CRCs, the U18, the U16, and the NRL divisions.
Now, watching those archives, too, you can really tell the speed of the game is just insane now compared to what we saw back then. And you're going to see that action this weekend. We have a lot of talented players. This is the best of the best in Canada. We have some elite talent with some intense speed.
And that speed is important in any sport, in ringette for sure. And you'll see that ring moved up to the high forwards to get it up the ice quickly, which puts a lot of pressure on the defense. And that makes the game fast. Up the ice in no time. The ring moves a lot faster than anybody can skate. So key passing and key reception of those passes is going to be important this weekend.
And some more information for people who might be new to ringette. In the offensive and defensive zones, we do have the ringette line, and only 3 players from each team is allowed in the zone. Game fast and with strategy. And
if you end up with 2 penalties, you're down to 2 players in the defending zone. inside the restricted area, but behind the free play line. So that does put some pressure on the goalie and the two defenders, giving definitely the advantage to the offense with the extra space on the ice.
And a huge advantage with that.
All right. And right now we're going to be taking a look at the Stodden family, a well-known family of ringette players in our country. So take it away.
They're just superhumans, and they come from a humble background.
Seeing my sisters make big teams, it made me realize even though we're from this little province, you can make your dreams come true if you work hard.
They just love the game so much.
8 seconds remaining. Stodden with a shot.
This past season, the two of them scored 97 and 96 points each. That's in 24 games.
My earliest memory of Ringette is my dad making an outdoor rink in the backyard.
Our older sisters did not go easy on us. There was no mercy in our family.
She knows what I'm capable of. I know what she's capable of.
So they've always been really close. Moncton sisters ready to take on Ringette World.
All right, in. This is the game we came here to play, guys.
They said that if she got another concussion, she'd never be able to play Ringette again.
Oh, nice break. I'm always scared that I don't get hurt.
When we first started the Atlantic Attack, we were at the bottom of the barrel. Now we can actually compete.
People sacrifice a lot for the sport.
I am just realizing now everything that they had to go through in order for us to just play a simple game.
I love you! It's always been about togetherness.
You said it once and you are not too bad Ringette players.
All very, very good players. All spend a lot of time at the rink. I know that these younger girls have spent a lot of time watching their older sisters play, and it's fun to watch them. Very nice.
We have players on the ice getting their warm-up in play, so we should be seeing some live Ringette action shortly. At this time, just a big thank you to our sponsors, the Government of Canada, Gatorade, Sportsplay, Athena Ringette, and all our team sponsors for their support of Ringette and women's sport.
So we're in Winnipeg right now for this weekend's National Ringette League Hub tournament, but there still are a few more left for this year. The Gatineau Fusion is hosting their hub in February, and so is the BC Thunder. That's February 21st and 22nd. We're seeing them play here this weekend. Their hub is next month. In March, the Atlantic Attack is hosting their hub, as well as the Eastern Ontario Capitals, and Edmonton Rush is hosting some Western teams March 14th to 15th. So still lots of action for the rest of the season before we get to Nationals.
As we see BC on the ice getting warmed up, as today in Vancouver it's 3 degrees, not that way in Winnipeg today, a nice balmy -21, so they're out here getting ready to go. BC Thunder has a few players in the top of the scoring list. For example, 8th place in scoring is Danielle Bouchard with 13 games played. She has 11 goals, 19 assists for 30 points. 2 of her goals have come on the power play, and she's also scored 2 shorthanded goals.
Sarah McDonald, also a player to watch. She is the goaltender. She has been on the senior national team for 2025, and she says that one of her favorite memories is winning gold at nationals, actually back in 2013. So even with national experience, she still looks back to those younger years playing.
For sure, she's got a record of 5-2, goals against average of 235, and a save percentage of .8.
Oh, looks like they're coming on the ice right now. Saskatchewan Heat now entering their warm-ups.
So BC Thunder will be wearing their dark blue jerseys today, with the Saskatchewan Heat wearing their white and Saskatchewan green. We know that that is a very popular color in that province.
Yes.
Not so much here in Manitoba.
No, I really think actually the brown color is quite fitting with the buffalo and the being called the herd. I think the colors go. You can watch this NRL Hub on CBC Gem and the All Women's Sports Network, and also on the National Ringette National Ringette League's YouTube page. So 3 ways to watch this
game of this weekend hub. The first of 6 games we'll bring to you live.
On their screen now, this is one player to watch. So this is Lauren Shanofen. She was on the junior national team in 2023. and in 2025. So a lot of experience playing for Team Canada. She grew up playing for Regina Ringette. She is currently the top point scorer on Saskatchewan Heat, 4 goals, but 16 assists. So she is a big helper and one to watch, definitely one to set those goals up for her team.
Yes, she's got 2 power play goals on the season as well. So when there's a power play happening for Saskatchewan, take a look for her to be on the ice, and they can look to her to provide some extra scoring.
This is her second year in the NRL, so still fairly new, but she has played the sport for 14 years. So a veteran
with 13, Molly Chorney with 11, as well as Robin Gillespie, who plays defense. She also has 11 years in the National Ringette League. So a lot of experience on the BC Thunder team, and they're hoping that that'll help carry them to another successful weekend here in Winnipeg.
And if you look at a lot of these home associations for BC, these girls are really coming from all across Canada. Some of the teams that we're seeing playing this weekend are really local to the team they're playing for now, but we have girls on BC Thunder from Quebec, from Ontario, from Alberta, as well as a lot of local BC girls, but it's really a cross-country team of talent.
Saskatchewan born and raised players. They have 1 import from Winnipeg, so being from the North Winnipeg Ringette Association, Seven Oaks being one of the hubs of the North Winnipeg Ringette League. So she's back home, and I'm sure enjoying some home cooking this weekend.
Yeah, so isn't that the greatest thing when you're playing sports, especially the one you grew up playing? Now, for a lot of these girls, too, they get 1 tournament at home all year long. So these weekends are so special to these home teams. We're seeing quite a nice turnout right now. A lot of friends and family come for the local tournaments, but we see a lot of traveling still at this level, which is always nice to see. As we see the sport grow, we're seeing more games broadcasted. It's great to see the popularity of Ringette increase year over year.
For sure, a lot of commitment needed from these players, as it takes a lot away to travel during the weekends. And on screen right now, you see Marissa Dick. She's playing defense, 16 years. You see Marissa Dick. She's playing defense, 16 years in the sport of Ringette. She was on the 2025 junior national team, and she's played from Calgary AA. So she's one of those, I'll say, imports playing in BC.
And actually, fun fact about her is she says one of her favorite moments was playing in her first NRL game. So that only would have been a few years ago, and she says that she couldn't wrap her head around the fact that she's now playing in a league that she looked up to throughout her whole entire career. So this really is a dream come true to her, and now playing for Team Canada, playing for the BC Thunder, she's living her dream.
The referees have blown their whistle at the 30-second mark, so we are getting that much closer to game action here today. And we're looking forward to a fast and furious start to this game between the BC Thunder and the Saskatchewan Heat.
So these teams have only played each other 1 time so far this season. That was all the way back in October. BC won 5-1. So it's been a few months. Both teams have had plenty of more games and more experience to really gel. And I would say we need to keep an eye out for Saskatchewan. They've had a great last month. They played just last week in a hub at home. And they're only up and up. They've had a few games recently. I think we're going to see a Saskatchewan team that's really starting to gel together.
And with playing just last weekend and BC maybe not playing for a few weeks and the travel, they may come out a little rusty, but we'll wait and see. They've had a good warm-up, and I'm sure they're ready to hit the ice flying once the whistle blows and we get the first free pass done to start the game.
So BC doing their cheer right now. Saskatchewan already on their bench. Game is just a few minutes away.
And Saskatchewan is in the visitors bench. We have BC Thunder in the home, and we have BC to our right from the broadcast booth, and we have Saskatchewan to our left. Teams are lining up at the blue lines for our national anthem. The stands are filling up for this first game of the weekend hub. I'm sure when we have the Manitoba Herd playing, there'll be a larger contingent in the stands to cheer on the home team. The players are getting ready, refastening their helmets. The referees are in position. The ring is at center ice, and we're just about to begin Game 1 of the Winnipeg NRL hub. Saskatchewan is in the circle, just awaiting the referee's whistle. And we're off for Game 1 of the NRL Weekend Hub in Winnipeg. Saskatchewan with the ring in neutral zone, gets it down to the BC zone. Shot blocked. A hard check by BC, number 19. Gets it across the blue line and down into the Saskatchewan zone. Looking to gain the offensive zone. Passed in, turned over. Good play by the Saskatchewan defender to pick up that ring. Quick breakout. We do have now Jenna Carter with the ring. She's cycling. Gets it across, a good deflection out in front. Nice play to get that ring over the blue line without going over, because you can't carry the ring over the line in Ringette. No carrying the ring over the blue line. So BC gets into its cycle. Looking to set up in the attacking zone. Kier Hodge passes it off. Tries to get through the defense, but they close that gap. Shot just misses wide. Saskatchewan again moving up out of their zone. Samantha Scar gets the ring out to center. Number 10 Gillespie, quick lead pass. Just misfires on that one. Picked up by Saskatchewan. Look for some space around the net. Moving up the ice. Being dogged by the BC Thunder defenders. Smart pass out of the zone. Quick pickup. Just goes wide to the right. Another 30 seconds on the shot clock. A reset. BC's coming out. We have our first penalty of the game coming up. You see Sarah McDonald heading to the bench to get the extra attacker. Now you'll see the BC is setting with 4 in the zone. Passing it around. Good shot. Solid save by the goaltender. Quick. Another great save by the goalie coming across. Our first penalty is at 10:15 of the first quarter. Goes to Saskatchewan, number 88, Taylor Standish.
Yeah, it was probably the best chance of the game for a goal for BC with their 4 in the zone. They had some nice ring movement going on there, but here they are now about to take the free pass and the offensive end.
So Taylor Standish, 2 minutes for body contact is that penalty. BC gains possession off the free pass. Quick shot over top of the net. Saskatchewan trying to break out of Stangl with the pass to the open side, open wing. That just misfired that pass. Great pickup there. And number 22 from BC gets the ring into the corner. Goalies have to be so agile to get that ring out up to their players fast. A quick break by Saskatchewan Heat into the corner. Setting up, waiting for the forwards to get into the zone. Ryan with a shot from the right side. Good save by McDonald. Quick break here. We have a 2-on-1. Saskatchewan gets back to defend. Casey Harnison with the ring, puts into the corner, passes it off. Looking to break. Oh, great stick save. Going for the low corner was BC, but a great stick save by the goalkeeper. We have a tie up in the corner and goalkeeper ring. Fast-paced action here with 8:50 left in the first quarter. 30 seconds left on that power play for British Columbia. Quick pass to the wide side. BC again gains possession. They're controlling the ring in the corner. Closely watched by a Saskatchewan defender. Pass is blocked. Saskatchewan sets it up behind their net, bringing it out. Good pass up into center. They gain the zone. Saskatchewan hitting down. Misfire. BC picks up the ring. Penalty is now over. We're back to full strength. Both teams with 5 aside. BC making a line change. You're getting a set of fresh legs on the ice. Cycling up. Looking to gain some space. Fires that just wide from the high slot. Shot clock's running down. You can hear the stick being tapped. BC back on defense. We have a blue line violation.
That looked like it was a close call, but 2 line. Now we're going to go into BC's end for a Saskatchewan ring.
Correct. Yes, it was a close call. Defender made a good play by playing it. If you don't play it and it's not a call, you're in trouble. So made a good play. Good job to play that ring.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to take that risk to get the whistle going than give a breakaway opportunity.
Saskatchewan Heat setting up in the offensive zone. Cycling around with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Just couldn't handle that hard pass across, but they get on it quickly. Shot right on. Sam McDonald stands tall, makes that save right in the crest. Heading up the ice quickly is British Columbia. The Thunder on attack. Nothing there. Taking a look, trying to find some space in that defense. Saskatchewan's playing it strong. Comes up from the corner. Another solid save. Not a lot of good scoring chances in this game so far, as the defenses are proving to be tough. Ryan with the ring at center for Saskatchewan, number 93. Dumps it in the corner to gain possession. Blows a tire in the corner. Saskatchewan does, and BC gets the ring out to center ice. Number 5, Stangl with the ring. Looking for an outlet to pass. Heads it up the left side of the ice. Another quick pickup by Saskatchewan. McDonald stands tall once again.
One of the things I love so much about Ringette is the fast pace of the game. We haven't had many whistles this game. The game is just non-stop, going back and forth. Both teams getting a lot of good opportunities.
Oh, quick break for Saskatchewan. Oh, McDonald gets the glove up to steer that high and wide. The best chance of the game so far by the Saskatchewan Heat. Ring is tied up just inside the blue line. We have several players fighting for it. We have Molly Chorney, who is on the ring. Molly Chorney, a veteran of 11 seasons of the NRL. BC's content to work it around on the outside, looking for that chance to break that Saskatchewan defense. Off the post to getting a reset. There we go, another good save. It was right from the middle of the ice. Good angle to shoot from. BC's got some control here. Another shot. They're getting shots at the net. Not everyone's hitting, but the more you shoot, the more chances you have to score.
And we're really seeing some good ring movement from this line right now.
Tie of a goalkeeper ring. Nice little outlet. Mishandled center ice by Saskatchewan. BC back on attack. Number 2, Michaela Williams with it. Dumps it back off. Stepping out of the corner. Off the crossbar, but to no avail anyways, as she was in the crease. Number 12, Parody, just got a little too close to that crease. And Ringette, you cannot go in the crease with your stick in the ring by the offense.
And that was 2 post shots in the last few minutes for BC. Saskatchewan now going for their opportunity.
Goalkeeper ring. McDonald drops it off for her defender. BC on the attack. Looked for the pass as there was no shot. Gets a reset. Fresh 30 seconds on the clock. This line is looking to set something up. Isabel Beach with the ring. Gets it on net. Billy Stangl up the ice. We have a Saskatchewan dump in. BC picks the ring up. Quickly out of the zone, heading on the attack. Gains the zone. BC with the ring. Again, Isabel Beach looking to gain control, gets the ring. Across to Sydney Crow. By short. We have our second penalty of the game, this time to Saskatchewan. I believe this one is for hooking at 2:24.
Now we're seeing BC have a lot of good opportunities, a lot of great movement in the offensive end, and we have the 2 post shots in this period too. So we have 2 minutes, 24 seconds left in the first, and we're still here at a scoreless game between BC and Saskatchewan.
Kira Hodge with the free pass. Takes a quick look, thought twice about shooting, and passes it off into the corner. Hodge gets the ring back. This BC forward line is moving the ring around smartly. Saskatchewan away with the ring. Loses control of it. We have Shorting with the ring. Up to Gustafson. Gustafson circles around looking for an opportunity to pass off. Gustafson's the defense. Defense players generally like to get rid of that ring to the shooters when they get to the offensive zone. Not saying they don't like to shoot, but there we have the first goal of the game. BC Thunder, a power play goal, 1:35 of the first quarter.
We saw a nice top corner shot there while she was falling down too. So great finish to that play. BC currently takes the lead.
So there's a replay of that. As you said, falling down, Tegan, she got the shot upstairs, past the goalie's glove. So we have a 1-0 lead for BC in the first. Saskatchewan trying to answer that quickly. Tough going in the middle of the ice. BC again on the attack, looking for more. Perry drops a little touch pass back. Looking for a second goal. It's safe to say they've warmed up already and are looking for more. Fires that one just wide.
BC really stepping up their game in this first period. We're seeing a lot more passes completed, a lot more shots on net.
Controlling the ring. Takasaki with the ring. Looking to set something up. Oh, nice backdoor pass that just missed. Shot clock is winding down. BC's looking to get a goal or a reset. Right on for a reset. Some scrambly play in the neutral zone. Saskatchewan gets it dumped down to the corner. Time is winding down in this first quarter. We have 2.8 seconds left. Chance for one last shot. We'll see if Saskatchewan elects to rip it right at the goalie.
We do have a lefty in the circle. That would be a more ideal shot for a right-handed shot, but we'll see how this goes.
That's right. Yep, we have players in front trying to screen a goalie. And the first quarter comes to an end.
Yeah,
the score after one quarter is BC Thunder 1, Saskatchewan Heat nothing.
It was a pretty even matchup for this first period. We saw both teams get lots of chances, great ring movement, lots of time in both ends, but it was BC who was successful with that goal. Jamie Simser getting her first goal of the game and the first goal all game as well.
Here we have a replay happening. That was a great save by Sarah McDonald, just getting her glove hand off to steer that shot wide. Here's BC cycling around. That's the one that hit the post. And another save. The goalkeeper for Saskatchewan playing strong. The one to beat her was a high shot while the player was falling down. Put her where she couldn't get it.
Another one right there by Emma Paradis. We saw it just hit the crossbar and then bounce out, so no goal for that shot.
Yeah, that's right. She's the goal scorer of today's game, so it looks like she's going to be around that net often today in this first period. She's had several good looks, so we expect her to see some more of number 12 near the net today.
And in the National Ringette League, there are 4 periods, so we are down after the first one. We have 3 to go. There will be an ice clean between 2 and 3. So a quarter of the way through the game right now, BC up 1-0 with this tight game at Seven Oaks Arena in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Teams have switched ends for period number 2. We're just about ready for the free pass. The Heat's in position. Thunder are getting set up. Referees are ready to go. We'll get the all clear, and we're off. Period 2 has started. 1-0 for BC Thunder. BC starts off with the attack zone. They lose the ring. Saskatchewan gets possession. The Heat. Number 18, McCall, looks for a good outlet pass. Gets it out smartly to the right side. McDonald steers that one to the corner. Shot pass dumped into the middle. Off the post.
That has to be the net of post shots this game. No one can get in.
That end for sure. We've had lots on that end. There you go. Get the replay on this one. It bounces around in front of the net. Goalie makes it bounce off the back and scrambles around to secure the ring without it crossing the goal line. Goal is not scored to the ring. It's completely across the line. So you can't have just part of it. The whole ring must cross that line.
Yeah, if McDonald didn't turn around fast, she might have missed that one.
Looking for an outlet. Drops it off for her teammate. BC heading up the ice. Dumps it over to the right side. And number 3, Simser, looks for the pass. Loads it up, gets it into the zone. We have Grace Kemp with the ring. Number 4 looking around, gets a pass right in front of the net. Again, Paradis looking around for another one. DC Hannison controlling the ring, gets it across. That pass to the middle of the zone was intercepted by Saskatchewan. The Heat looking to establish some offensive presence this period. Oh, okay. So the goal scorer, pardon me, was Jamie Simser from BC there first, but Paradis been around the net often, so I'm sure we'll see her name on the score sheet shortly. Rings tied up along the boards. Carter brings it out. Saskatchewan up on the side. A good, nice little give and go. Ring. Play blown down for 4 in the zone by Saskatchewan. He just got a little anxious when the players jumped in when they shouldn't have, or didn't get out when they should have. So we have BC Thunder free pass at center ice.
That was quite a quick breakout too. It would have been a good opportunity if they could have kept out of that zone.
That's right. That give and go is a great play. You can keep your speed up the whole time. Nothing beats speed in this game. Control at center ice for British Columbia. This passes it up. Trying to crash that triangle was Haley Takasaki. Loses the ring. Saskatchewan returns up the zone. Oh, a little back pass that just missed. That would have been a good opportunity for Saskatchewan. Close checking along the blue line. We have Crow with the ring in the corner, looking for an opening. Nice little behind the back pass. That was a misfire, high and wide.
That was a nice opportunity, though. That behind the back pass was so quick. She was ready for it and just went a little bit high, as you mentioned.
But the ring run up the stick, and then that's always difficult to get that shot low when it goes up high in the stick. So we have a free pass for Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan bringing the ring out of their zone. Number 20 Benson with a nice move to get away from the back check by BC. Control in the corner. Saskatchewan is cycling around. We have Natalie Beeline looking for an opportunity. Ring's bouncing around. McDonald's batting at it. Gets the ring off behind the net, out of harm's way. Quick breakout by Molly Chorney up the ice. She gets a return pass. Scores! A great give and go. Chorney started that play in her own end. To a quick breakout pass. Heads up the ice for the open spot. Gets the back. And with a nice little fake. Puts it into the back of the net for a 2-0 lead for BC Thunder.
Now, that doesn't encompass the speed of Ringette. I don't know what does. This play is a perfect example of that. Give and go, right up the ice, and ready for that pass.
Right play. Here comes the nice little fake to the backhand, and puts it back at the net. 2-0. No chance for the goalie on that.
That's one of those plays that really shows a line's chemistry. They know where they're going to be. They're ready for the ring, and then they bury it.
You said that. Buried it. Saskatchewan looking. Fires it just wide. Shot is blocked. Ava Linklater gets the ring back. McDonald dishes the ring off to her defender. Mr. Dick on defense, surveying the scene. Heading up the middle of the ice, looking for an outlet pass. Gives it away, picked up by number 93, who dumps it off to her teammate. BC back on the ring quickly, moving it up the ice. Nice little dangle move around. Good saves. Kicks the ring out to the side. BC just cycling, waiting for some more players attacking players to join. That's Emma Parody, number 12. Dumps the ring off, heads for a line change. Quickly off the bench. Great save. Kicks that left leg out to make a quick save, and we have a free pass for Thunder.
Now BC tends to like those plays where they skate hard to the net and they get that cross crease or cross ice pass. We've seen that a few times this game so far. It takes finesse, it takes hand-eye coordination to nail those passes.
And having that speed coming, you can catch the defenders a little bit flat-footed, and it makes it so much easier to get around them if you have that speed. Crow with the ring. Hovering near the free line, looks for a pass. Takasaki, number 14 in the corner. It's at the Crow. Saskatchewan close that triangle, a little tap back to the goalie. Always have to be careful about that.
Yeah, that one looked like had a little bit of heat to it, but goalie was ready. We're now having a free ring in the offensive end for BC. BC's currently up 2-0 against the Saskatchewan Heat here in Seven Oaks Arena for the Winnipeg National Ringette League Hub Tournament.
15 Beach looks over the pass across ice. It's smartly defended by the Saskatchewan Heat. Stanish just can't pick up that outlet pass. BC with the ring. Keandra Gustafson on defense. Looking for an outlet. BC regroups, puts it back in their own zone. 26 Crow with the ring. Look for that. Here comes Chorney, who has one goal in this game already. Just the last one. Make it 2-0 for BC. She's cycling around. Looking for an opening. Number 9. Hodge gets a reset. BC across. They're moving that ring across the top of the triangle quite nicely, trying to get the Saskatchewan defense moving, looking for that opening. Hodge, the little back pass. Oh, lovely goal. Tic-tac-toe in the net. We had a lovely three-way passing play. So the goal scorer started the play with a pass to the corner, back in front with a nice little backhand pass, and in the back of the net for a 3-0 BC Thunder lead here at 6:37 of the second quarter.
And just gorgeous ring movement there. They were fast, they were ready, and when they had that wide open opportunity, they went for it. That was Michaela Williams.
Well, we're seeing a little bit of evidence why the BC Thunder is counties in the National Ringette League. They're starting to warm.
3 different players as well, which is very important for a team to have players that they can rely on, not just 1 or 2 star players. They have 3 girls getting on the board for this game.
Yeah. McDonald shuts the door twice, 3 times. Solid goaltending also is a backbone to any good team, and Sarah McDonald's provided that so far.
Yeah, BC kind of has it all right now. They have solid goaltending. They have multiple lines with chemistry that are producing. I think they're going to be a real threat for this year's Canadian Ringette Championship title.
Yeah, it's looking that way early on this NRL hub in Winnipeg this weekend. It's cold outside, but the action in here is heating up. Trying to break through the triangle. We have Marley Rinnick with the ring. Dumps it off to Ava Linkletter. Ring trickles in to McDonald. McDonald looking for the outlet. Could not find somebody within the 5 seconds in Ringette. The goalkeeper has 5 seconds. Once the ring is in the crease, the referee will commence their count for 5 seconds. If they cannot get it out within 5 seconds, there's a free pass for the team. So Saskatchewan benefits from that.
No, a real key with that is to be moving. If the team is breaking out right away, it is much more easy to get that ring from the goalie.
Smirnook takes the free pass, dumps it off the Linkletter. A long pass goes down 2 lines. Heat can pick it up. Linkletter cycles it out. Gets it Yernick.
Full up game. BC currently up 3-0 right now.
Saskatchewan working a cycle, looking for that opening. Doesn't take much of an opening because the players pick that ring up quickly and it comes off in a hurry. That one just dribbled in to McDonald. She again is looking for the outlet. Good forecheck by the Heat. Schenhofen with the ring. Right on. McDonald stands tall again, makes the save. Quick breakout. Chorney. Seen her with the ring on her stick off in this first half. This is a nice return pass, just misses Chorney. The speed gets in. Got a little too close in the back of the defender. Chorney's going to sit for 2. 2 minutes for interference.
Molly got the second goal of the game right now against the BC Thunder and Saskatchewan Heat.
Here you can see she just gets behind the player, the Saskatchewan Heat player, just a little too closely, knocks her down and gains possession of the ring. So advantage definitely gained on that play, so that's why the referee's hand went up, and she'll be sitting for 2 or less. We have just over 4 minutes remaining in the second period. Score is 3-0, BC Thunder. Saskatchewan looking for their first goal of the game. Quick shot on net. Right leg saved by McDonald. We have the bouncing ring in center ice. Everybody's trying to pick it up. We have Bielin with the ring. Looks for the dump in. Gets it to her teammate. Oh, nice back behind the pass. Lovely goal. Saskatchewan Heat gets on the scoreboard. 3:42. What a lovely three-way passing play. And that behind the back pass, you've seen that a couple of times this game from both teams. Just high skill level to get that pass where you need it, backhand, almost a no-look pass, and then Saskatchewan from the circle rips it home.
Here's a replay now. Big play for Saskatchewan getting on the board here. Top corner shot, just lovely. That was Natalie Wieland.
McDonald tried for it, but that shot just came off the stick too quickly. With 3:35 left in the second period, we have a 3-1 score. BC Thunder ahead. BC dumps it in. They're looking to answer that goal. Solid save. We have now Saskatchewan heading up the ice.
You really got to take advantage of those opportunities like power plays when you're playing teams that are so talented and the matchups are so tight. You have to take advantage of it, and I think we saw Saskatchewan do that right there with some great ring movement.
Goal scored by number 4, Natalie Wieland. Assisted by number 88, Taylor Sanders.
Nice block in front by the BC defenseman. BC on the move, trying to get out of the zone, but some tight checking by Ryan from Saskatchewan and BC. From Saskatchewan. So we have BC a little scramble here now play as teams try and grab the ring. Lots of tight checking going on. It's bouncing around. Nice little back chest. Oh, we have players standing on the ring, and that'll bring a whistle to the play. And we have a goalkeeper ring. Let's dumps the puck, the ring. Some tight checking by BC. Schoenhofen with the ring, looking for a shooter. Shot gets off as the clock is running down. Ring in the back of the net. It'll be a goalkeeper's ring. Less than 2 minutes to play before halftime. BC gets it up the ice. Williams tries to pick up that ring. Has trouble getting it. Saskatchewan back on the attack. They have trouble with the ring. Hodge from BC looking for a pass. Gets it up on the wide side. Crashing the triangle. Dumps the shot wide. Kemp with the ring. Passed it off, gets it back. Nice little dump shot. Doesn't find the back of the net. Looking for a reset. And if you're able to hear that sound on your TV broadcast, that was a 30-second shot going off. So teams have 30 seconds in which to get a shot on goal once they get possession of it. We have number 4 being checked tightly by number 4. So straddling that blue line, but got it down deep. Saskatchewan did lose the ring. Again, we'll play a little scramble here near the end of the first half. Looks like we have a penalty coming up to Saskatchewan. And with them touching the ring, we have a whistle on the play. With 35 seconds left in the second period, we have a hooking penalty to the Saskatchewan Heat. It's the number 5. It's going to the box. That is Bailey Stangl. Defense, 3 years on the NRL team, playing Ringette for 18 years. But she's going to take a rest for 2 minutes. BC looking to add to their lead right before the end of the second period. Time's winding down. 10 seconds left. We'll see if BC can get off another shot just before period break. Here we go. 1.6 seconds left. Saskatchewan with another penalty going to number 90. No, not 93. She was heading that way, but she was going to the player's box. It is number 9. We have 2 minutes for tripping, so I believe BC is going to just take this and rip it at the goal. But they will come out at halftime with a 3-on-2 advantage to start the second half. Saskatchewan's first goal was scored by number 4, Natalie Bieland. So we had Bieland was the second period goal. We are now going to be clearing the ice between the halves and taking a bit of a break, letting the teams catch their breath, the referees catch their breath, myself and Tegan catch our breath, but Tegan is going to be busy right away. She'll be heading downstairs in a few moments. She'll be going to that with an interview, but we'll be going some replays before we go to the interview. So as you can see, we have the referees heading off, the players heading off, and at the end of 2 periods, the score is 3-1 BC Thunder over the Saskatchewan Heat. So as you can see up today on January 17th, we have a 3-1 score for the BC Thunder. They jumped out to the lead. Now, as you can see, we have a replay going on here. Good save by McDonald off the post and turns around quickly to grab that ring before it slid into the net. McDonald had a solid game today, just one getting by her, but it was a great behind the back no-look pass that set the player open for a free shot. So here we go, the nice backhand, and that was Chorney with her goal. Just beautiful passing play, keeps her speed up, gets into the attacking zone, dekes the goalie out, and puts it into the back of the net. Here you go, you can see it again. Good save. We're going to be taking it downstairs to Tegan for an interview with the Saskatchewan Heat player. Take it away, Tegan.
We're here with Jordan Boykin, and Jordan, you guys coming off tournament from last weekend. How are you approaching this game with BC being so fresh off another tournament?
Well, we took this week to rest and stretch, but it's good practice for nationals, so that's the big picture. We're glad we get to have this opportunity.
And the Saskatchewan Heat has really improved this season. We're seeing your team make a lot of great moves. What's going on in the dressing room at practice? What's the vibe with your team right now?
We're all putting a lot of work in. We live half in Saskatoon, half in Regina, so everyone's responsible to put work in on their own time, and I think we're all being accountable, and it's showing on the ice.
You still have a tight game right now. It's only 3-1. What's the key for the second half of the game?
I think we finished that second quarter out pretty good. We were battling hard, and I think just continuing to focus on winning our battles and controlling the ring.
Okay, thank you, and good luck. Miles?
Thank you, Tegan. Great interview down with one of the players from the Saskatchewan Heat. Yes, as she said, half in Saskatoon, half in Regina does make it hard, but these players find ways to make it work. Again, the Zamboni clearing the ice, getting us ready for the start of the third period here in Winnipeg at the NRL Hub. Looking forward to some fast-paced action starting in roughly, I see 7 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. So we hope to be back on ice shortly. All right, we'll be heading off to commercial shortly, so please listen to a word from our sponsors. Welcome back to the Seven Oaks Sports Complex. We're live here at the NRL Hub in Winnipeg, Game 1 of Game 6. We're halfway through the first period, or for the first game, 3-1, the BC Thunder over the Saskatchewan Heat. Strong start for BC. Saskatchewan came back at second half of that second period and got a goal back. But to start the third period, Saskatchewan's going to find themselves in a little bit of trouble. They have 2 players in the box, so we'll see if BC can capitalize on the 3-on-2 advantage in the attacking zone. The Saskatchewan goalkeeper for today has made some great saves. That's number 31, Caitlin Robinson. So she's standing tall in it. The goals have been scored on her. Great plays by the BC offense to get some good looks. And when they're coming in with speed at the goalie, tough to make those saves when they have that stick in the ring and can stick handle and dangle like these players can. So we're seeing a great game so far, and we look for that to continue over the weekend. Now, another word from our sponsors. Welcome back to the Seven Oaks Sports Complex here in beautiful but chilly Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. We are smack dab in the middle of the continent of North America for those joining us around the world. Looking for excellent ringette action here this weekend. 3-1 BC Thunder after the first half, but BC's coming out on a 3-on-2 advantage. Tegan, any comments from the first period that kind of caught your eye?
I think we're seeing a really good matchup between these two teams. BC is coming in as a stronger team. They're currently ranked second in the whole league, but first in the West. Saskatchewan is coming off a great tournament from last weekend where they had a couple of strong wins. So Saskatchewan definitely on the up and up. BC is kind of the team to beat right now, but a 3-1 game, that's close in ringette. We've seen multiple times where games like this can really take a turn. So I would say it's still close. It really could be anyone's game at this point.
Few posts from both teams. Otherwise, we could have a few more goals up on the board.
And the goals we have seen we've seen some nice ring movement. We see some quick passes. We have goals from 3 different players on BC Thunder as well, which is crucial for team success. To be able to rely on so many players and different lines as well. For Saskatchewan, it's Natalie Beeland who got their lone goal right now, but we should see a lot more action in the second half of this game.
So yeah, all the goals were great goals. None of the goals, I think the goalies would like to say, oh, I should have had that one. So at the very bottom, we see that play it, love it, live it live at the Canadian Ringette Championships, March 29th to April 4th, 2026 in Ottawa, Ontario.
So that's going to be where teams all across Canada are going to meet from multiple age groups to play for the national championship and win that gold medal.
It's quite an event. The CRC's, the very first one actually happening here in Winnipeg back in 1979. So that's where it first started.
Wow, were you there for that?
I was in Winnipeg, but I was not there at that one. The next time it came through, I've attended it as a participant in 2 of the last couple of CRCs that were held in Winnipeg. And we're ready to go back to our sponsors. Some action from the first half. Welcome back. You're just seeing some replay action of the first half, some of the close plays and some of the goals.
And we had a lot of post shots in that first half of the game, and then 4 goals, so 3 from BC. There was a miss there from Emma Paradis, but she is one of their top goal scorers, so we should see her produce this game. Just hitting that crossbar there. The next one, that was the first goal of the game. That was Jamie Simser. She got that top left corner as she was falling down. We'll see another replay. Right there. So we had a few good chances, a few misses too, and that was a gorgeous play right there. Molly Cherney heading that cross ice pass, quick deke, and then top left corner. That is peak Ringette right there. Speed, finesse, accuracy.
Adding to her point total as she is sitting 13th in the top 50 scoring list of the NRL. So she adds another goal to her total, making it 9 for the season, to go along with 20 assists. I'm sure she's looking to add to that total this weekend.
A lot of these goals have been one-timers. And it's always funny when some non-Ringette people will be like, how do you do one-timers in Ringette? But it's finesse, it's quickness, it's being ready.
You do have to have that shot off quickly to beat these goaltenders, because these goaltenders are first class. They are great at their trade, and to beat them, you have to be at your best. So the goalkeepers are giving you a challenge. You need to challenge them with your best. NRL West standings, you can see again, BC Thunder 10-1 leading the way. Edmonton Wham 9-0. Saskatchewan Heat, who are here, are 8-6. Sitting in third place, Calgary Wrath at 8-5. Manitoba Herd, who we'll see in action later today, 5-7. Teams are heading back to the ice. We have a fresh clock, and British Columbia will be on the 3-on-2 power play for 1 minute and 25 seconds. That's the time remaining in the first Saskatchewan penalty, and 1 minute 59 in the second penalty. So BC should have a good opportunity here to start this third period with a lot of action in the offensive zone. So it'll be up to the Saskatchewan defense to stand strong and to get some solid goalkeeping from Kaylin Robertson, because your goalkeeper has to be a great defender when you're killing a power play, especially on a 3-on-2.
Now, these 3-on-2s are huge advantages in Ringette. Back when I was playing AA years ago, it was almost expectation that you would score on those, and that is such a good opportunity. You have such an advantage there. If you weren't scoring and getting a lot of chances, you were likely going to get spoken to on the bench.
Yes, there's just that much more room, especially some of those backdoor passes and one-timers we've seen. That opens up that chance for your shooters. So teams will teams operate with the shooters on the corners, or they like to get the defense moving back and forth across. So we can see what BC likes to do. If they like to do a quick, get in the defense to move and catch an opening to break through, or if they like to try and set up that back door.
And BC has 2 chances too, so with these 2 penalties, this should be an exciting opening to the second half of the game.
The Heat with the opening free pass. We have Thunder, we have Michaela Williams. Dumps it in. Setting up. Charney, Williams, Takasaki. Robertson stops it in the crease, dumps it off. Some tight checking by the BC Thunder. Want to take full advantage of this 3-on-2. They set up. See the top of the triangle. The defense is. Oh, Chorney goes for that top right-hand corner. Just missed.
You always have 3 chances in that 3-on-2. Shoot or pass to either corner. So with only 2 defenders,
yes,
the odds are in your favor.
The Chorney had a good look. Just misfired off to the side just a little bit, but.
Yeah, she's looking for her second goal of this game.
So top of the triangle. Takasaki. Williams in the corner for Thunder. Gets the ring back. Playing a little give and go here. Trying to set up a good clear shot. The defense for Saskatchewan playing strong in front. Getting down low to block off any low shots. Scores! We have number 6, Chorney, with the second goal of the game. Beautiful power play goal. Get 3-way passing play.
Now we saw such a smooth pass right there from the top of the triangle down to the left. We'll see that replay in just a moment. It was smooth, it was quick, the girls were ready for it.
And there it is. No chance for Robertson on that one, as it was a good backdoor pass. 40 seconds remaining in the 5-on-4 advantage for the BC Thunder. Saskatchewan gets the ring down into the attacking zone.
BC now up 4-1 in the third period.
Quick breakout for BC. They have an opening. Saskatchewan gets back. Gutherson heads into the zone. She's just going to settle it down for the forwards. That BC pass was intercepted by number 5, Bailey Stangl. BC with some tight forechecking. They get the turnover. Great save by Robertson. Kicks out that left pad quickly on the low shot to the corner. Parody passes it across. Bailey Stangl gets it out. Again, Saskatchewan have a little bit of difficulty with this BC forecheck. Number 22 Dick with BC controlling the ring at center. Dump into the corner for BC to gain control. Just misfired on that pass. But quick in on the forecheck. They turn it over. BC again with the ring. It's Crow cycling with the ring, looking for an opportunity to get to her open teammate. Takasaki gets it across. Crow with the ring. They're serving the ice surface, looking for that opening for a shot. Shot clock's winding down. A reset by BC. Oh, just tried to squeeze that one through the wickets. Just didn't make it.
I think we're starting to see BC put more pressure on. This period has been the majority of the time in Saskatchewan's defensive end. BC is doing a great job keeping possession for most part.
That pass was dumped down over 2 lines, but it was touched by a BC Thunder player, so the referee waved it off. Saskatchewan is setting up their first time setting up this period. Beland with the ring. Dumps it to the corner, spins off to look for an opening. We have the Heat cycle on the go. Stanish looking for a pass. Ring drops into McDonald. Smartly throws it out to the right side. Picked up Here we see the speed. I've seen Chorney exhibit that speed all game long. She gets up the ice quickly. Here she gets a nice give and go. A little too far to the side to get a good shot on net, but here she spins out of the corner smartly, and she draws a penalty. That speed will get you penalties all the time.
Now she just ripped up the ice right there. That was a very fast give and go, and it's no doubt that she has that national team experience when we see plays like that.
So we have a Saskatchewan penalty, 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty is 8:31. Penalty is to number 20, Riley Benson, a rookie in the NRL this year, sitting down for 2 minutes.
So BC on another power play right now. They capitalized on their last one. That was a goal by Molly Turner, who drew this penalty. So she's making a lot of big moves this game.
So get some good ring movement by the BC Thunder. All three forwards making touches on the ring while they had that possession. When you can do that, you usually get the defense moving around quickly and you can find yourself an opening. That little back pass just misfired. Saskatchewan clears it the open side. Looking to get it out of the... Butts looking to get the ring out of the zone. That ring was touched in the neutral zone by the BC Thunder player, carried it over the line, caught up in the equipment, so we do have a blue line violation, free pass for Saskatchewan Heat. We'll see if they can get something going off this free pass, Tegan.
Now at halftime we spoke to Jordy Voikin, and she said half the team lives in Saskatoon, half in Regina. So we have a team that doesn't get to play together all the time. They're in different cities. They still manage to keep this chemistry going. They keep in touch with the team. They practice when they can, and they're working hard on their own.
It shows the commitment by these players. Saskatchewan trying to get back in the play here. The ring's dumped off to the corner. Urnip looking to get a reset. Just a nick of time. And we have a goal. Saskatchewan Heat gets the goal. Their second of the game just before the shot clock was to expire. They got a reset, and right on the doorstep, we had number 79, I believe it was. We had Urnip puts it home, slides it on the ice under the sprawled McDonald. So we have a 4-2 game. Saskatchewan answering that early power play marker by the Thunder to get right back into the game at 7:18. Short-handed goal, as there's still 47 seconds left to the Saskatchewan Heat penalty. Play is blown in. Kemp with the ring. Dumps it to the clear side. Picked up by the Thunder. Looking to get that cross ice pass on the go. Parody tries a shot. That's blocked. Picked up. Great save by Rob. Gets the glove hand up just in time to deflect it over the net.
We're about halfway through the third period right now, and 4-2. That's a close game in Ringette. Anything can happen.
Hamilton with a little dipsy doodle through there and gets a shot away. Just sends it a little high. Sends her on the loose ring. Looking for a reset. Puts it into the crease. Oh, giveaway by the goaltender. Could have been costly. Saskatchewan on the breakout. Misfire on that pass. Coming through with speed. McDonald sticks out the right leg to make that save as they were looking for the far corner.
Now with Sam Scar, she is a defender, so we saw her breaking into that defensive end, trying to get that shot off.
A back pass by Crode up to Kemp. Thunder with the ring. Controlling it behind the net. Trying to get into the scoring zone. Gets it across. Oh, misfire. Just, I think they took a little peek, saw the wide open cage, and just couldn't connect on the pickup. 30-second violation, and goalkeeper ring. Tight checking in the neutral zone. Good steal by 15. Tries a little backhand move, but denied. Quick pass up the ice. We're in the center zone. Dumped down the corner. Comes out of the corner. High and over the net. Saskatchewan with some zone time, working that clock down. And again, we have a 30-second
We've talked
violation.
a little bit about Saskatchewan's improvement this season. They're coming off a few big wins last weekend for their hub tournament. And we're seeing that now. They're already at 2 goals. Last time they played BC, they only got 1 behind the goaltender. So we're seeing that improvement. We're seeing a great game right now. It's currently 4-2 for BC.
Hodge up to Williams. Williams circles in the corner. Followed by Chorney. Chorney looks for an opening in front. Smartly deflected away by a Saskatchewan defender. Heading up the ice. Just missed on that, but it was touched. If they can send her, we have a chance here. Nice back check by Saskatchewan. Picks up that ring, getting some speed to come out of the zone. They can maintain that speed. That's the big key. They've got some speed. They're looking for a little give and go action. Shut down by BC. Riley Benson looking for a play.
Molly Turney at the top of the triangle. She's had a couple points this game already, and definitely one player to watch. She's making it difficult for Saskatchewan to get that shot off.
Looking for nice give and go. Shut down nicely by the Saskatchewan defense. Cut that angle off. Played it well. It was Dick up the ice, usually a defender, but she was up the ice on that quick breakout, give and go. It's always nice when the defense can jump into the play to add to the offense. Tie up along the boards. We have 3:19 left in the third period here from the National Ringette League Winnipeg Hub in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Now, Miles, can you talk a little bit about that move it or lose it rule as a ref? That's a fairly new rule in your reffing career.
Yes. It's helped speed up the game, and we can get another stoppage of play. We can maybe talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, it's definitely gives advantage to the team on defense for making good defensive plays. Whistle on the play. Not sure what that's for, but sometimes that happens. So you see the referee setting up with a free pass in the left-hand circle. Parody to take the free pass, dumps it off to the boards, just a safe play. Hannison with the ring. Good shot on net.
Definitely a rebound opportunity there, but Saskatchewan able to clear it out.
That's right. Penalty coming up on the play to the BC Thunder. The goalie's coming out of there. Robertson's leaving. Now they're going to get... Ring is tied up. And at 2:43 of the third, we have BC going to the penalty box. It is number 12, Parody, going to the box. 2 minutes for body contact. Just not enough room, time, and space for her to get by, and she clipped her with the shoulder, and down the Saskatchewan player went, and she's taken a seat for 2. We have Saskatchewan in the offensive zone. Linklater with the ring. Now we have Ryan. Ryan's circling in the left side corner. Shot on net. They get a new 30-second clock to work it around the offensive zone. Looking for that opening. Quick leg by McDonald to keep the ring out of the net. BC bringing it up the ice. BC turns it over. Saskatchewan back on the attack. Yernick gets it across. Goes for the one-timer. Ring went up the stick a little bit. Not much on that one. Quick toss-up by McDonald. Up. Great play by the Saskatchewan defender to sweep that ring. That was by Butts. Gets the stick down. Dump in. Turnover. We have the players tangle their feet. Down they go. Good read, but I guess it's get their stick down. Loses the ring.
We have about 30 seconds left of this power play for Saskatchewan to capitalize on this opportunity with Emma Purdy in the box right now.
Once again, with control in the BC Thunder zone in Saskatchewan. Getting it across. Shenhofen with the ring. Misfires on the shot, was tipped away by the BC defender. Sneaks that one under the leg of McDonald. Power play goal. Saskatchewan Heat, their third of the game, makes it 4-3. So we have a 4-3 game here with 53.8 seconds left in the third quarter. That was a little bit of a tricky shot. Not sure if it changed direction on the way to the net or speed anyways. If we get a replay on that, we'll be able to tell. But it's 4-3, taking advantage of the power play.
Yeah, sometimes that's why you just got to shoot and you can't wait for that perfect opportunity, because in situations like that, maybe the goalie wasn't ready, there was a screen, and she was able to get that one in the net.
Again, 4-3 in the third with 40 seconds left to go. BC looking to answer that one back. Nice goal by British Columbia. Back to the goalie, did a little fake around, and we get a goal. For number 12, we knew we'd see her name in the score sheet shortly. Emma Purdy puts it home.
Now that was a fast response. BC wants that 2-goal lead at least. They did not waste any time getting back on the board after a quick goal from Saskatchewan.
Quick forehand backhand, had the goalkeeper moving one way, saw that, took it back the other side. Wide open cage to put the ring into. And yes, you said that, Tegan. Very quickly they respond and regain the 2-goal lead. 5-3 with 30 seconds left in the third. McDonald shuts the door on that. Looking for an outlet. Got it out to Ewan, who got it up ice. Williams cycles around. Less than 10 seconds in the period. We'll see if BC can get one right near the end. A goal near the end of the period is always nice to go. Give you a little bit of momentum at the break. A little bit of extra cheeriness on the bench. At the end of 3 here in Winnipeg, it's 5-3 for the BC Thunder over the Saskatchewan Heat. As BC keeps trying to pull away and extend their lead, Saskatchewan keeps coming back, reducing it down to 1, but we do have BC making it back to a 2-goal lead.
And we had 4 goals in the third period, and it's going to be close. We have a lot of back and forth action right now. No team really getting that big lead this game. They're kind of responding when each get a goal. Here are some replays right there.
Wide open cage, nice passing.
Yeah, great 3-on-2 opportunity there for BC, just burying it.
And we were talking off mic, you have to take advantage of those 3-on-2 situations.
Absolutely. It's such an advantage in Ringette when you have only 2 defenders to get around. It really leaves the players guessing. And some great quick shots here.
So the teams will come up with their strategies at the bench to see what's going to happen for this the fourth period. As you said, Tegan, we had lots of goals that period, 4 of them. And then that was a nice goal by number 12 from BC, a little bit forehand, backhand, and I said we were expecting to see that. So,
I think Saskatchewan wants this. The win is within reach for them for sure, especially with how fast they can respond and get some goals behind BC's goalie, Sarah McDonald. I think they're going to come out with some spunk this last period.
Yeah, I think a key for Saskatchewan this period will be get that ring down to the zone, get it moving side to side, and catch McDonald kind of off balance a little bit because she's got to move from side to side and difficult for goalies to do. So I think that'll be the key for Saskatchewan.
BC right now in the Saskatchewan's zone, and we have a penalty on the play.
Body contact. 12:46 of the fourth. Number 2, Schoenhofen heading to the box for 2 minutes. As you can see, she got a little too close. You have to give time and space for the defending player or the attacking player to move around you. And when you don't, and you get caught, that's 2 minutes.
And in the NRL, it happens so fast. These girls are quick.
Crow for BC, gets it off the side. Backdoor play, just missed. Isabel Beach was parked on the doorstep, just couldn't find a handle. BC looking for a reset, which they get. But Saskatchewan now has control of the ring. Good forecheck by BC on this power play. Crow tried to sneak through where there wasn't any room. Over the stick she went and down she went, but the Saskatchewan defender just held her ground and BC went where there was no place to go.
Now, it's a great effort on BC's part to keep the ring in the offensive end. They're on the power play right now. Saskatchewan did get it from the goalie ring, but BC recovered it, and now they have a free ring in Saskatchewan's end.
BC has shown some great forechecking this game, getting on to the Saskatchewan defenders quickly. BC player ends up in the crease, so that's a violation, and we have a goalkeeper ring. Yeah, see how quickly BC's on Saskatchewan defenders again.
We're seeing some more 2-on checking now from BC, and it seems to be working for them. They keep recovering the ring every time Saskatchewan gets it. They haven't been able to clear their zone for this power play.
Trying to get the ring into the middle of the triangle in the skates, so the BC couldn't get the stick in the ring. Saskatchewan, it's tied up. Saskatchewan retains possession of the ring. So with 11:26 left, we have a 5-3 score for the BC Thunder.
Yeah, 40 seconds left in this power play. You know Saskatchewan is really hoping to kill it, to get the full 5-man on the ice as they are after 2 more goals. We see some man on checking right now as well.
Quick breakout. Chorney intercepted that one. Always quick in the ring. Hodge, back pass. No goal.
That almost looked like it was tipped off her stick, too.
It did tip off her stick, but I believe that the ring was in the crease at the time when she touched it. So referee on the spot makes the quick call, no hesitation. And we're still remain at a 5-3 score. Saskatchewan keeping it close here as they get close to the 10-minute mark of the 4th period. Nice lead pass, just misfired. 93 couldn't get it, but went through the crease trying to get to the ring in the corner. So now McDonald will have a goalkeeper's ring for BC. Picks it up, takes a look around, little fake, gets it out to Saki in the corner, number 14, makes a little spin move. Being checked closely by number 2, Schoenhofen from Saskatchewan. It's up to Crow. Crow gets it in the boards. That was up and wide. Looking for a reset, which they don't get, so Saskatchewan now has the ring. Good defense by Saskatchewan. Maintaining control, which is always a good thing. Standish was in center ice, looking to pass it off. We do have it up. Dump on net. McDonald steers it to the side. Tied up for a second, but the ring pops loose. BC on it. Parody trying to pick up that ring. Dumped off to the side. Saskatchewan with the ring. BC picks it up. There goes Parody looking for more for BC. Some strong back checking by Saskatchewan, but BC remains in control of the ring. Gillespie dumps it in. Coach asking for control. You can hear him on the bench. Not looking to take any errant shots. Looking for a good one. Then moving that ring around. Tough checking by Saskatchewan defense keeps the ring a bit out of the danger area. Great back check. Stangl couldn't hang on to it. Parody. Offense and defense this game for her. Saw that player hesitate to touch the ring because she played it in the center zone, couldn't play it in her defender's zone. Waiting for her teammate to pick it up. Here we go. On the speed, here goes Chorney coming in. You've seen this before, folks. Tries the wraparound. Thought about it. Would most likely been in the crease.
Her speed just gets her that offensive end almost every single time.
Shot from the left side. We have BC in the crease. Goalkeeper Ring. Saskatchewan bringing the ring out. Some tight back checking. Look at that. Saskatchewan having some trouble to get the ring out of the zone, but give BC a lot of credit. They've got the pressure on. There's 10 seconds left in the shot clock. They've spent 20 seconds. But they end up picking up the ring at center. Linkletter dumped it off, going for a change. Saskatchewan getting some fresh legs on the ice. Little give and go to the top of this triangle. Tries the short side. Nothing there. Picks up the rebound and cycles around looking for something. A deflected shot, almost a little redirection. Snuck by, but it went wide.
Now to beat this BC defense and goalie, they're going to need speed and to move the ring around a little bit more.
Yeah. Some tight checking on Chorney in the defending zone. Saskatchewan looking to tighten things up here as they claw back. Some tight play along the boards in front of the Saskatchewan Heat bench. Here we have the Saskatchewan. A little bit of speed, as you mentioned, Tegan, is important. They had it, but BC shut it down. Under 7 minutes remaining to play in the fourth quarter here of the Game 1 of the NRL Hub in Winnipeg between the BC Thunder and the Saskatchewan Heat, with the score 5-3 in favor of the Thunder. Heat just happy to control the ring, looking for that good shot. Stangl coming in from a defensive position, number 5. Lost the ring to the corner. Good breakout, BC. Here comes Kemp, number 4. Cycling around. A good pass by Simser to get it in the zone. Simser with the ring. Oh, no goal. Went through the 5-hole, but in the crease once again.
Yeah, that was a quick play there by BC. They were ready for it. Knew where the ring was going to be coming, but a little too close to that crease line.
Got a couple called back. Robertson shuts the door on that one. Controls the rebound, dishes it off. Saskatchewan on the out. A turnover in the neutral zone. All tied up at center ice. Gillespie with the ring. Coach to skate the ring. Trying to eat at some of this clock as we approach near the end of the game, but also get a good shot. Goal! Number 6, BC Thunder.
Now that's Molly's 3rd goal of the game, so she's had a hat trick.
The hat trick. That was a great shot coming in off the wing. Put it upstairs, beat the goalie. I think it was caught a little off guard, but that pass came over quickly, and it came off her stick in a hurry.
Yeah, let's check out this replay here. I don't think anyone was ready for that one.
It just came off in a flash. So
sometimes you can find that pocket between the goalie and the post when you're on that side.
So it was like a little bit of lightning, and the Thunder answered with a goal.
Well, I'm sure BC is feeling a little more confident now with this 3-goal lead with just under 5 minutes to go in the 4th period.
Sort of been their strategy this 4th period is to kind of get the ring down, maintain control of it, work the clock as much as they can to get a great shot away. Goalkeeper Ring. Saskatchewan looking to get back in this game. They've always kept it close. It's still in this game. If BC Thunder can get one more goal, I think that might be a little too tough, big hill to overcome. 4-goal lead with less than 4 minutes. It's possible, but it'll be tough for the Saskatchewan Heat to do that. So they need to score next.
Now we've seen already in this game how fast goals can happen and how fast BC can respond. So Saskatchewan can do the same.
Being kept to the outside by the defense. McDonald corrals the ring. Quick outlet to her forward across the free throw line. It's a long breakout. Nice pass. It's been touched by Chorney, looking to check it. She does make a quick check. Fast on that ring. Whether it's skating, whether it's shooting, whether it's forechecking, backchecking, Chorney does it all with speed.
Yeah, and the advantage of having that kind of speed is what we just saw there. Is she can go for the check and then recover the ring, even when she can't touch it right away.
As you mentioned, being on the national team, that speed obviously is an asset that got her there, because so you can't really coach speed. People have speed, and she's got it.
And it looks like her hometown team is a team in Quebec. My French isn't too good, so maybe I'll leave that one to you.
Quebec.
She's now at 11 goals for this season so far, with 20 assists. Now in the 30s for points.
They have a timeout being called on the play. And Saskatchewan trying to rally a little bit of strategy here to rally the players, to urge them on to get the next goal. We do have 30-second timeouts in Ringette that teams are allowed to help take a break and to get the strategy.
Well, it looks like Saskatchewan's already pulling their goalie. We have 3 minutes, 20 seconds left, so they're going to try and have 4-man in the offensive end to get that goal and get this game into only a 2-goal difference.
Yes, we have the goalkeeper on the ice, allows them to put the 4 in the zone. They have not chosen to put the extra player on the ice, which they could do, because they're going to look to get the goalie back in the net quickly if they lose possession of the ring. So we'll see if that strategy changes as the game goes on. Less time, but right now it's 4-on-3 with the goalkeeper pulled. Quick pass out front. Quick leg save by McDonald, however. BC was in the crease. Play is stopped. Saskatchewan maintains possession. 3 minutes exactly left.
And when you see 4 in the zone, they tend to make a square around the defensive triangle. So it gives them that advantage to make some quick passes and get the triangle out of position.
Sid Ryan took that free pass. Loses the ring. You see the goalie from Saskatchewan jumping on. Quick shot by Crow. Gets it in. Good save. Pretty tough for the goalkeeper to hustle back to the crease just in time to make that save. Robertson did a great job of getting her stick and guiding that one to the corner.
It looks like the goalie is off the ice again, so they'll have 4 in the offensive zone for Saskatchewan.
Trying to get the ring across. Again, movement's important. Off the side of the net, just missed the post. And McDonald had it tracked, but it just went wide. To get the goal back. Here's number 6, Carter. Good shot. Through traffic, McDonald sees it, kicks it out. Blocks that one.
Saskatchewan's goalie skating back to the net.
Kemp had the ring. Saskatchewan tough on the forecheck. Hannison with the ring. It gets it up. 3 on. They have the extra play. No, they don't have the extra player anymore. As you said, the goalie's back. Hannison with the ring. Looking to control it. With not much time left. Gets it down. We have a goal. BC Thunder, their 7th of the game with 1:34 left in the 4th period. That could just about seal it for the BC Thunder this game. And who scores? Number 12, Parody. She's been on the score sheet before.
Yes, her 2nd goal of the game. She had a goal in the 3rd period as well.
Good patience. You can see here. She doesn't shoot it right away. Does a little fake. Draws the goalie over. Puts it home.
Looks like the goalie might have been a little bit screened by their own defender there as Emma got around her pad.
We have 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the 4th period. with the score being 7-3. Again, come to live from Winnipeg, Manitoba for the NRL Hub this weekend. Game 1 of 6. So if you've enjoyed this action, please stay tuned for the rest of the games. 3 more today and 2 tomorrow. The 30-second clock goes off. Sarah McDonald has been strong in the BC net. Made the saves when she's had to. Gets it up to Hodge. Hodge and misfired to Williams, who couldn't pick up that pass. 2-line was called. Saskatchewan moving it up. Oh, behind the defender. Couldn't get it through. That was Chorney making a great play on defense, like we said. For offense, defense. Hodge just looked to kind of run down the clock here. No more goals needed by BC. They'll be happy just to keep this ring on the outside, moving it around. As you can see, they're doing that. Got a reset on the shot clock. So we have less than 20 seconds left. Plays behind Saskatchewan. We have a tie-up. We have a free pass. So at the end of the game, Teagan will be downstairs interviewing a player from the winning team, and at this time it appears to be BC Thunder. I can safe to say that. And it looks like BC has made a goaltending change here with 12 seconds left. Maybe to get a player on the ice. It's number 32, Kiana Heska, is coming in. Okay. We have the last goal coming up. You can see just waits, that patience outweights the goalkeeper and just finds a space to the right side. Gets it, instead of shooting right away, sees that opening, comes through. Saskatchewan defender does her best to get back into play, just can't quite get there in time. And Parody with a long reach for sure as they extend her arms and put that ring into the open side. So stay with us, like I said, for more action later today. Coming up here this game, we have the home Manitoba Herd versus the Edmonton Rush. So we'll bring that game to you live. Again, all games this weekend are coming to you live. So with 10 seconds left, we'll just be seeing BC looking to hang on to the ring. Don't need any more goals. Shot on net, turned aside, and that is the game, folks. Game 1 is in the books here from the Seven Oaks Arena in Winnipeg, Manitoba. The final score, BC Thunder 7, Saskatchewan Heat 3. So as the teams are just congratulating each other, usually they get the goal, a good pat on the back for all the shots they faced. The teams are going to take a reserve rest. They will be back on in action later today. We have the Saskatchewan Heat back on at 6 o'clock against the Manitoba Herd, and the BC Thunder will be in the 8 o'clock game against Edmonton Rush. So 2 games each for these teams today. Busy day, especially for the travel day yesterday for the teams. So top shape, or top condition for these players they have to be in to be playing 2 games at this level. And of course, and again, tomorrow morning, final score we have on the screen, 7-3 for the BC Thunder. So that will then add to their total of points for the season and keep them to the top of the standings. They're doing the West. We're coming up with some highlights, so please stay tuned for those. Here we go. Early save by McDonald. Spills that ring to the corner. And BC behind that. Chorney with the post shot. Not many of those in the second half, with quite a few posts in the first. Again, recycling. Just looking for an opening. There we go, off the parody, but she was later able to score a few more goals. In the crease on that one. Again, in ringette, you cannot go into the crease with your stick in the ring. It's for protection of the goalkeepers with that pointed stick. You don't want them, any goalkeeper getting poked with that stick. And even though they have equipment on, that stick could find a spot, and it would be very dangerous for that. As well, you can see that the masks have the triangular version if they're not wearing the visors, and that's to help prevent the ring or the stick from getting through the masks for all players. There we have a nice goal by Chorney with a speed. And the open net goal there quick shot on the stick and off it goes, and that's what you need to do to beat the goalies of this caliber. There's another look at that. Ripped home. Fantastic replays by our crew in the truck getting this together for us. I appreciate all their efforts. And again, look at that. Just wide open one-timer. It's not even on her stick for more than seconds. Right there, boom, it's gone. All right, standing downstairs is Tegan with a player of the winning BC Thunder team. I believe she has Robin Gillespie with her. Tegan, back down to you.
Yes, Miles, we're here with Robin Gillespie. So a big win for you guys today. How are you feeling? First game back in over a month.
Cool. Yeah, we're feeling good about that win for sure. It was a little bit messy in the middle of the game, but we get to go take a nice break before we come back in the afternoon, so we'll be good to go.
Now, it's been a great season for your team. You're sitting first in the West. What do you guys need to keep doing to keep this going?
We're really focused on playing our game this year, not worrying about whether we get a bad call or how the other team is playing, so just keep playing our game, which is tight man on, fast, and just really hard, tenacious ringette.
And you're starting this weekend off strong with a win. How do you keep this mojo going throughout the weekend?
Just do the same thing as we did. Have a good lunch, get a nap, and get right back here and do the same thing.
Okay, thanks. Back to you, Miles.
Thank you, Tegan. As Robin mentioned, they don't want to play tenacious. They had great forechecking in there, and as regarding calls, they did a good job of staying in the penalty box that game. They weren't shorthanded very often. As you can see, the final score, we had BC Thunder 7, Saskatchewan Heat 3. Both teams will be regrouping for their games later today. As I said, a little bit of rest and nutrition is important, especially when you're playing these back-to-back games like this, even though it's not right on again on the ice, but they do have to go back on within a few hours. So it takes a lot of good nutrition and rest to recover for that. So playing their game is important, and they showed that us today, that the BC Thunder did that. A lot of forechecking action, a lot of quick goals, good goaltending, and some speed by some of their forwards, especially their number 6, Molly Chorney. She had speed to burn that game. Here you can see some highlights from the game. Again, just wrapping up action from the Seven Oaks Sports Complex here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. All right, that's it today from game number 1 in NRL Hub. Please stay tuned for the next game between the Herd and the Rush. Thank you very much for listening, and hope you join us again for game number 2.